Hello class, we're looking at section 6.6, solving applications whose models contain rational expressions. When we hear the word application, we're looking at word problems. We're going to look at one example, and I want to look at this one example because it lines up with the way the book teaches you how to do this problem, but I'm also going to provide you with a YouTube video and it shows you a different way to work this problem out. So on my online notes, I'm going to show you the textbook way they work it out, and I'm also going to show you the same example, but I'm going to use it like the YouTube video. So when you look at your YouTube video, you can see how the setup is different, but you get the same result. So I will show you both methods, and then you can kind of determine which method you like the best. We're only going to look at number 19. I'm on page 416, looking at number 19. It says solve and verify your answer. 19 says grading papers. It takes a teacher 60 minutes to grade a set of quizzes and takes her aide twice as long to do the same amount of grading. How long will it take them to grade a set of quizzes if they work together? Let's write down what we know. What I know is that the teacher takes 60 minutes to grade one set of papers. And I'm stressing the word one set. 60 minutes to grade one set of papers. It takes her aide, or his aide, her aide, it says her aide, it takes twice as long. So we have 2 times 60 minutes. We want to go ahead and do the math there. It takes her 120 minutes to grade one set of tests. All this information is very important, and we're setting up our equation. The teacher takes 60 minutes to grade one set of tests, and the aide takes 120 minutes to grade a set of quizzes. So when I'm setting up my rational equation, we're going to break it up in parts, and then we're going to set it equal to what they can do together. Now let's think about this. Let's do some mental math. If they work together, what type of answer do you think I'll have? Will it be less than 60 minutes, greater than 120 minutes, in between 60 and 120 minutes? They are doing the same amount of work. They're both grading one set of paper, that same set of papers together. So what do you think the time would be if they're taking one set of tests, splitting the work in half, and grading together? Think about that. What should my answer look like? Because when you do the math, the answer has to make sense. If I get an answer that says 200 minutes, that doesn't make sense. Because obviously they're grading more than one set of papers. They're grading the same set of papers, they're splitting the work in half, and they're getting it graded. Or the teacher might be doing a little more than A, but they're doing the work together. How long would it take them to do the work together? That's what we're trying to figure out. So the way the book does it, we're going to set it up like the book. So I'm going to erase, so make sure you have that written down so I can erase. The teacher is grading one set of papers. That's it. That's where the one comes from. And it takes her 60 minutes to grade one set of papers. The aide is grading one set of papers also. And it takes her 120 minutes to grade one set of papers. So the teacher grades one set, and then if the aide was to grade that same set of papers, it'll take her 120 minutes to do it. But they want to know, what would it be if they grade that same set of papers together? What would the time be? I don't know how long it'll take for the teacher and the aide to work together and grade one set of papers. Since I don't know, I put X there. So I want to grade chapter 1 test in 60 minutes. But okay, I say I don't feel like grading it. My A, you're going to grade chapter 1 test, but it's going to take you 2 hours. Okay, now I want to help you. How long would it take us to grade chapter 1 test together? I don't know how long it'll take us to do it together, but we're going to find out. Now, this is a rational equation. What is your least common denominator? What's my LCD for 60 and 120? Can 60 go into 60? Yes. Okay. Can 120 go into 60? No. So now do 120. Can 60 go into 120? Yes, 2 times. Can 120 go into 120? Yes, 1 time. So my least common denominator is 120. I see an X there. X. If you don't see that, break this up. I got 60 times 2. How many different denominators you see? I see 60. I see 2. I see X. Those are my different denominators I see. Cancel out. The 6 is gone. The 60 gone. And the 2 gone. All this gone. X's are gone. Okay, write down what's remaining. 1 times 2x is 2x. Plus 1 times x is just x. Equal 1 times 2 times 60 is 120. Solve for x like you always do. So 3x equal 120. Divide both sides by 3. So x equals 40. Write your units, minutes. What is this answer saying? This answer is saying that if me and my A grade one set of tests together, it should take us 40 minutes to get that set of tests graded. Whereas if the teacher grades by herself, it'll take her 60 minutes. If the aide decides to grade test by herself, it'll take her 2 hours. But if we come together and grade it, we'll be done in 40 minutes. Does that answer make sense? 40 minutes. It makes sense. More people helping, the quicker the work will get done. So that makes sense. My answer will be 40 minutes. Now, I'm going to send you a YouTube video. And it has a few examples on this same type of problem. Some of them are a little different, but just look at that and take some additional notes there. But I'm going to explain to you how the YouTube video explains how to work theirs out, how they set it up. So this is the way the textbook will show you how to set this particular problem up. I'm going to show you another way the YouTube does it. The YouTube video demand is the very first example on the YouTube video. So if you want to just look at that, well, I'm sorry, it's not the first example. The first example will be similar to the example I'm doing. So look at that video and use that to help you understand the way he does it. I'm going to explain the way he does it so that when you look at the video, you won't be as confused. If you understand this way I just did it, don't worry about doing the additional notes. If you do not understand how I'm showing it to you, then look at my second example and then go to YouTube and he does a much more detailed example. I'm not going to be as detailed as him because he actually does a little extra. He does an image and map it out so you can see what's going on. Same question. The teacher takes 60 minutes to grade her quizzes and the aide takes twice as long to grade the same set of quizzes. The question is, how long does it take them to do it together? And my answer is 40 minutes. But let's look at it a different way. So this one is totally different. I'm going to say x over 60. X represents the time together. And 60 represents the time apart. So x over 60 represents the teacher. Plus x over 120, the 120 represents the A and the 60 represents the teacher. But the x's in this case represents how long would it take them to do it together. So x represents the unknown of how long it'll take them to do it together. But I do know that they're grading one set of quizzes. That's why it equals 1. Because they are doing one set of quizzes. So this represents the times that they would do it together to grade one set of quizzes. Very important. So look at that. So it's set up totally different. But the YouTube video will go more into detail on how to do this. What is my LCD? My LCD is just 120. It's not X because I don't see an X in my denominator. So everything is multiplied by 120. Right here, the 120s go away. I know 60 goes into 120 twice. It's a little quicker doing it this way, but you got to make sure you understand the why. So if you don't understand the why, look at that video because the man on the video explains it in much more detail so you can see how he set up X over 60 plus X over 120 equals one set of tests being graded together. I have 2X plus X equal 120. I'm already done. So I have 3X equal 120. Divide both sides by 3. So X equal 40 minutes. So the first method was the way the textbook explains it. Second method will be on how you do it on a YouTube video. The YouTube video will be attached in your notes. So you'll have an extra website and probably a QR code. So if you want to look at that additional notes, you can look at it there. So that is it for section 6.6. So please just study over that. Make sure you understand it. Try number 20. Number 20 is very similar. Number 21 is similar. And then 22. Those are all similar to number 19. On number 20, the answer on number 20, just try it and see can you figure it out. Number 20, the answer was 5 1/7 hours. 21, the answer is 2 2/9. That's in the back of the book though. And then 22, the answer was 2 6 over 11 days. So try those because they're similar to 19, similar to what you'll see online. And make sure you understand how to do those particular problems. So important.